So?
Tom Brady retired.
Straight good.
Okay, still.
Oh, I
It's
gave him.
different when you ain't got no QB.
Yeah, and I gave him a run for his money.
Yeah. You gave him run money with a team that he can play with. Now he got a team that just got a bunch of stars with no quarterback.
And if I get Cam,
and then you gotta play the Jets. Easy. I'll beat them. The Texans again. Bye week. The Blues. The Blues are really the Chargers. That's the guy who beat Trey in the Super Bowl and beat the Dolphins. The Browns, you gotta play them. You gotta play the 49ers. I don't know. I've never played before. Seahawks, this dude that runs the out routes all the time and does the little post with DK Metcalf. The Colts, I don't know how good he is at the division. The Dolphins, I never got to play him because he had a semi-game. The Rams, he's not that good.
Hold on, bro. Hey, baby. Did you buy me them Mountain Dews this morning? Bruh, I was about to say, babe, you tripping like a motherfucker got to do with the goddamn camera. All I seen was the nigga waving at me in the camera. I'm like, you tripping, babe. Get his ugly ass on my damn screen.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a city that normally gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good walk.
Colin Murray and fucking goddamn Murphy Jr. all in the same
All right, baby. That's all I was asking.
I gotta say my money.
What you at?
Yeah, I just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself.
All right, baby.
I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health.
Hey, bro. How this nigga?
My man tripping,
Well, I came from 1 and 9, but
I mean, why sell? I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, pass that like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian, blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself.
I'm gonna go get the cover and watch the laundromat over there.
And I wish it's well, they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat women good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
Yeah, I just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display. Yeah, I just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a city that normally gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good wallop right now as we're at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, here comes a Steeler punter, Jordan Berry, to kick it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
44. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. On 3rd down, it's Conner. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger has had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October of 2014 was kind to Big Ben. A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way,
and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Yeah, I know that.
James Conner with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
His center might be going to Florida State.
Shit. Oh, he doing the commit. He committing
to kick it away after the touchdown.
Yeah, he come out every Saturday.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
So, you know how to do the shoot, right? Show me shoot. Show me, come on.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, stand up. Show me shoot.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
All right, well, your mommy gonna teach you how to do this, but I'm gonna show you the video, okay?
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Like 20. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9th spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9th hole?
Or you
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Under 10, 10. Show it. X3, 218, jump.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check! 180. Check 48. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Snickers, 66. Check 15. No.
Right back to Connor here on first. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Ready?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try
You know what
again,
that beat
2nd and
reminded
10.
me of when it first started, bro, before he started rapping? That hustle and flow.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
77. 49 to Mike, 149. He's tired of me. Bravo. Mike's 49.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson.
Let's go.
For the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
No more picks. No more picks.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Hey, alert.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And an alley to run. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
And the 3rd quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Ingram again. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Roberts has it. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Jackson on 1st down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Yeah.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
But he was on vacation.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right now. Like 80. Let's go. Check back.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Connor. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Forced out to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Owasor in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return will stop right around the 25. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
I need to see if you can step on me, nigga. Nah, that ain't right. It's really my old line.
Boswell for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Roethlisberger will throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now fourth down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for Baltimore. First down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Roberts got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Again, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And now look at him go. The 30, past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
How old is Byron Jones?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Steelers, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Too long, take that t-shirt off. God, he destroyed whoever I had blocking over there.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
You're so fast.
These
93 for a running back.
I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Feel like ginger from casino. Aces up my sleeve right before I leave. That's that like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Women on this is for myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. And I donate pay their bills, they can't get it by themselves.
Take the blue one off. You ain't gotta get dressed right now, but take the blue one off.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
Oh, this pound to less than 100 passing yards. That's hard.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.
What are you running?
Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
Commissioner.
These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah.
God, Simon. Leave. We're not leaving for another 2 hours. 2 hours is a long time. I don't think you know what. See it right there. his fucking home.
I hate when commissioners have good records, but
Why is it ever?
it make me feel like they be cheating.
Nah, some of them actually good.
Like that nigga in Lombardi, that nigga 15 and out, bro.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, he was supposed to play Trey, but Trey had dead Simmons. But Trey was moving. Get all them clothes on the
Okay,
floor.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Washington Redskins. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Ready? What's that, ready? 6 right there, 56. 20.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey.
Let's go.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll try the air now with Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Newton on first down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up second down.
Don't get nervous. Check. 8. Crunch.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Haskins on 3rd down. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton, that's caught by Montgomery. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to the back end of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. To try again after the sack. Haskins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Looking to throw, Haskins.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. 4th down, here's Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And an alley to run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Bro, this motherfucker got 19 sacks on the year, man.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go with McCaffrey. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
No dirty clothes, money. That's why you don't need to touch them. Go play. I'll do the rest.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Jones is 28 years old.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You're going over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Again, Peterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Buying time to his left. Slings this deep. And now here is another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Again, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
What's the name of that song, bro?
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards 8.
It's his league, but I be on corner there doing shit like this.
I did. Don't worry.